So do I say the situation briefly?
Yes. And so let's just go dive right in. Tell us the situation briefly. And thank you for being here. Love it. And
Thank you for having me, and
oh
I
my
really appreciate you doing this.
God, of
I
course.
had the same idea of doing this many years ago, and compared to you, I did not move along with it.
Oh. Well, here we go. Maybe this was the place that the first
Would
place
be.
to begin. So yeah, I love you wrote a worksheet. Why don't you share with us the situation, just
Okay.
as you mentioned, and then you can read your whole worksheet. I love you wrote it.
The situation briefly is that in a very short time, I got to be part of a group that was formed at the same time, sort of. And this group um, is predominantly formed by people from Netherlands, like 90%. So they speak that language, but they also speak English. Within my interaction with them, I had very intense moments of up and down. And I felt either welcomed and accepted and wanted, and the interaction was so joyful. And then I felt excluded and rejected. And a lot of behaviors took place that made me say, I want to be out of it. And I only expressed that verbally to just one member of the group. And I didn't do it with the rest due to certain factors. And I am still in a WhatsApp group where we are all there. And gradually within this week, because I start interacting with people, but I did not said why and what. There was a situation, and I'm assuming everybody knows about the situation, and I was very disrespected and offended, and it is what it is. But the intense emotion appeared when they started speaking suddenly only in Dutch, as if it was like a very clear sign of exclusion, like you don't matter anymore now. So the thought is I'm being excluded, they're rejecting me, they're excluding me, and oh my God.
So good. Okay.
Oh, my question is, should I do it with they, or should I just pick one person? Because I could pick one person and
Well, does it feel like each and every person when you say they, do you see that whole group there?
yeah, I see the whole group. Yeah, yeah,
let's
yeah.
let's put it on all of them. I mean,
Okay.
there's something sometimes about belonging in a group, being accepted by a group, rejected, accepted, whatever. I mean, I just think it's not an uncommon situation, and it's something about it is the whole group. Sometimes people have a situation is there's one person in the group, or those two people that have it, I'm not getting along with, but just to notice that's in the situation, there they all are. And that may or may not feel true anymore when you sit with it, but yeah, let's have it be on they. There's the whole group.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I love you wrote a worksheet. So why don't you read the whole
Yeah.
worksheet? Read the whole worksheet.
They have excluded. I'm hurt because they have excluded me. They have rejected me. I have two statements on the first. I want them to ask me out, to include me, to show that they care about my feelings. So the problem is I've written the worksheet out of a moment, and I notice now that in a different moment, there are other beliefs stronger than this one, more close to the feeling. And this is not the most intense, like what I actually want.
Yeah.
I don't know how to express it in English. What I want is for them to say, what's going on, Roxana? Let's talk, let's sort this out. So I want them to approach me, to show that they care about how I feel in the moment, to make things right, to accept me, to make me feel like I belong. Okay, this is very accurate.
I love it. Beautiful. And isn't that, that's something, just a good example of sitting and writing in a moment, seeing that, staying with it, and then seeing the volume is turned up on the intensity for me, even in maybe not this situation, but close. I don't know. It's just great to find what
Yeah,
I'm actually thinking. What am I actually thinking? Which is a process.
it's a process.
You have a feeling, you know, that's what I notice. I know I feel really uncomfortable, or I feel compulsive, or I feel something. And then just what am I aware of? What am I aware of? It takes the slowing like you just did. Okay. So that's a good one. Let's remember it. You know, I want them to reach out and say, how are you? Okay. All right.
Yeah. Um, they should show that they care. They should not reject me. They should speak in English. They should see how their actions are impacting me. And they should show consideration. I'm so sweaty already.
Yeah.
What I need is that I need them to ask me how I'm doing. I need them to ask me how I'm doing and to ask me why am I upset. Yeah.
Mm,
I need them to show that they care.
mm. Okay.
They are rude, they are mean, they are insensitive, they only care about themselves, they are bullies, they are arrogant and abusive. And I want to be with them, like, you know, and I still want to be with them.
I really want to be in the group. Yeah. I know the mind forgets that part.
And there is actually, as a parenthesis, there is actually another group that is asking me out, and I consider them boring.
Yeah, I know. It's good. It's not logical.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to be, I don't ever want to feel rejected, excluded from a group, feel like the black sheep, thrown out, feel like I'm the problem when others are abusive.
Sweet. Okay. Well said for a situation that seems like a very troubling one. Sometimes a very, very frightening one. I don't know. I could just see that. Okay. Depending on the stakes, you know, in the human situation. So, number one, I'm upset because they are excluding me.
They have excluded me.
All right. So, just and let it be a composite of, you know, the ones that you saw, like the one where it got stronger, even if that was not the situation you wrote from the judge or neighbor worksheet. Just hold it there. They're excluding me. Is it true that they are excluding you? There they are speaking another language. Is it true?
Yeah, yeah, that's my answer. Yeah.
Love it. Honest answer. So can you absolutely know that that's true? Just an absolute true. No doubt, no shadow of a doubt. They are excluding you.
Yeah, I got a really clear no.
Oh,
I didn't expect to see it so clearly.
how did you find that no? Like, what did you see there?
Um, it was like really like it was like an opening into the same situation that no matter the behavior, you cannot really know what's underneath, what's the intention, and what is. I cannot put the stamp of this is final, this is how it is, and it's done.
Okay. Yeah. So what happens when you think it? They're excluding me.
I feel so hurt. I feel like a hurt child. Like instantly, I go back to a state of a child. And I see images from the school, and also I see images of this guy who was in the group that I felt more connected with. And I feel, wow, okay, oh, that was so clear. Like I see all of them speaking badly about me in a demeaning way, like in a what, or making jokes or laughing or as if they don't care. Like I see clearly that image comes immediately after that. And I see the good moments and how that's not going to be. And I feel pain in the chest and in my stomach, and I feel sad, and then I go back to, if I wouldn't have done that, maybe I should have talked and said that. And I notice that this pain now makes me doubt my previous decision, which is like, in that moment, I know that decision was out of my integrity. But the pain of rejection makes me go back, oh, maybe I shouldn't. And
yeah,
it's a cycle.
I love that, how the mind goes into the future and sees those images. I'll never get the good stuff again that I like about this group. And also into the past, let's see where you could have done it differently. You know, it really believes you could have done it differently, even though you didn't know the future. It's, yeah, isn't that interesting?
Yeah, very interesting, yeah.
Powerful, like past.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how do you treat yourself? Besides that, in the past, I could have done it differently. Just seeing in this moment, they are excluding me. How do you treat yourself? How do you?
I disconnect. I don't stay with me in me. I feel like I abandon myself and I move away from everything that I usually do that I enjoy. And all of my attention goes there in sorting that out so I don't feel the pain. I feel so disconnected, like I'm not a friend to me. I usually feel very good in my own company. I'm like, I love this is who I am. I'm very connected to that. And when I have this story, it's like I'm trashing myself in a way. It's so strange. I abandon myself. It's like, oh, I need to make this effort to get that because I'm not okay without that. Them and the interaction. And
yeah.
Oh, I'm treating myself like they do. Like that is this. I really saw that. I really saw that now. Like, oh.
I love that. Yeah.
Oh, and this chasing, this.
Isn't it? It's like that, which we heard from Byron Katie. Right in the moment I think I am being excluded. You know, like exclusion is my orientation, exclusion, and it's by these other people. I'm actually excluding myself.
It's instant.
Yeah, I'm living exclusion. You know,
that's
like,
so true.
Yeah. The story becomes completely
your reality, totally.
Yeah, and the feelings in the body, like you said, and your heart hurts, and yeah, and a quick panic to get away from that pain. What a powerful thing to recognize. I'm going to quit. You know, I don't care about these people. But I mean, you just see, yeah. Why'd I sign up? Never mind. That'll make it. That'll solve the problem. All right. So Who would you be without the thought? They are excluding me. That's what's happening here. Without that thought, if you weren't able to think it.
Same situation, same moment,
Mm-hmm.
when I see the things happening.
Yeah, there they are. They break into a different language.
Okay, what I see is that I'm just gonna say the first thing that came. Um, it's almost like reality is showing me a direction. Like, okay, this is apparently it's not for you to understand, so there's no engagement for you here. And it's very different without the thought. It's very different. It's more calmer. I see. I'm more calm.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm being invited into a different thing. Oh. It's like I saw now that and the thought is, can it be that easy? It's like I saw it, it is what is happening. And it's like an invitation. It's just so fluid of removing yourself from something that shows up like that, where you cannot engage. And then there is this, oh, they're excluding me, and the fight starts of changing it, making it different. And it's like two different things. One is very fluid, and one is very grasping and contracting. And I saw it, wow, this feels like it's like, can it be that easy? Like, can reality be that easy? Like, okay, this is like that.
I just love how you're describing it. It's like same exact things happening. Just yeah, it's like I take off these glasses and I go find and I put these ones on. Oh, another language is happening. I don't know what they're saying, but I'm still just watching them. So without that thought, I guess I'm not supposed to know what they're saying in the moment.
But there is Google Translate.
There's the what?
Google Translate. And this
Yeah.
was in the WhatsApp group, and I could understand a few things, and
Yes. Yeah.
it was nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, this is so heavy.
Yeah.
I really feel, I, I feel like I'm in this work now to feel the pain of rejection, to actually feel.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, and that's okay. Just watching. Wow. The immensity of feeling rejected in a moment. You know, like stay when you stay in that moment, because it is easy. Life moves. You move on quickly or somewhere else, and you can forget about it. But it's beautiful to stay and notice how disturbing it can be, and believing it and feeling it and noticing it, but without the thought. I love that we can have that imagination, seeing images. Doesn't mean you have to fully be there, but of what it would be like if I didn't have that belief, if I didn't believe it. This is me being excluded.
Mm. With, Without the thought, I still have self-respect and dignity.
Mm, mm.
Thought, I feel like, oh, it's all very personal. The thought.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, love noticing that. Yeah.
And it's not like I'm not gonna be mm, a hypocrite in a way, like with a very clear discernment from a psychological perspective. This type of behavior clearly indicates you are not in the conversation, you are excluded. I mean, in groups where we have foreign people, and as they did until now, they spoke English, and
Mm-hmm.
so it is that, but it's not about that.
Yeah.
It's just about how I feel about it. It's completely how I feel about it.
Yes. 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 Very important to notice. It's like it's still happening the way it's happening. So there could be, of course, yeah, everyone suddenly breaks into a different language. You don't know that language. Yeah, I mean, yes, we're not in any denial.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But this personal, the level of personal and deep rejection and all that, yeah, that not wouldn't be there. I'd be noticing. Still good to notice. Helpful to notice. So, okay, let's find turnarounds. So they're excluding me.
I wrote down they have excluded me. It's more impactful for me, like it's a done deal.
Yes, they have excluded me. That's you're out. You're already
You're
over.
out.
Okay.
That's it. You're out.
Yes. All right. They have excluded me. So,
They have not excluded me.
hmm.
They did not throw me out of the group, like the WhatsApp group. They didn't. Oh, whoa, I didn't see this one until now. Oh, okay. Since, oh, that's so interesting. Since I stopped talking, I stopped participating because I was active and I didn't engage anymore. Like it was a clear behavior out of my part. They didn't see the point anymore to speak in English as well, since I cut off the communication first.
Ah.
There are other people in the group who don't speak their language, but apparently they're not as important. It's strange. There are strange dynamics anyway.
Even that alone can be like they're not excluding me. There's other people that don't speak it. I'm just sometimes the simple, yeah, this isn't just the way that it's not personal. Those are powerful turnaround examples.
They're excluding others as well. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
because they're not okay. I'm so justifying everything.
Yeah. I mean, this just occurs to me. Sometimes this fits, the turnaround, like they're excluding me and it's okay.
mm,
Okay, they're excluding me, like, so they are speaking this other language. I love how you were noticing that. I just thought about a whole entire country speaking another language that I don't speak, and it doesn't bother me.
yeah, it's very context related. I
Yes,
believe it's very context related.
yes, yes. So in this situation, they're excluding me so that, they're speaking with sounds that I don't understand. They're speaking another language, and it's okay. If you can find any examples.
What comes up instantly is that I saw what they were talking and how they were making plans to meet each other, and they were doing it in their language, opposite to how they did it in English 2 days before. So since I started to communicate, this shifted. It's very, so this comes like, I know it's done on purpose. That's the exclusion. Now we are gathering and we are not allowing others to understand. It is just between us, Dutch people.
Ah, ah. And is there any way that seems like, I don't know, because that's, I mean, very interesting. Is there any way that's okay with you? Like, is there any benefit for you that they're
Is
just,
there any benefit
yeah,
for me?
yeah.
Yeah, first that I don't have to be in that energy that disturbed me so much. Uh, I'm being released
Uh-huh.
somehow because I kept avoiding taking the step. I was
Ah,
always negotiating, like, this is not okay, but I will take it a bit more, but this is not okay, but this is okay, but I don't know. But
how very interesting. So you were, this is a, yeah, there were things that you thought were not okay with you. So good to notice. So it's like reality helping you out.
is reality helping me out and still I'm clinging?
Yeah. I love that that little saying of Katie's, it's, you know, you've been spared. It's just seems,
Yeah. I love that, since
yeah,
I've heard it, I
yes,
always use it.
yes, yeah. It's you've been spared. It's just fun to notice where you're required and where you aren't. In just the lightest way, you know, like it's okay. It's okay.
How accurate this you've been spared is, like, if I go back to another moment when I could have removed myself, I would have been spared from this particular situation that was so
Ah,
bad. See how it works?
yes. Wow.
And I can simply project now that if now life is sparing me from something, that if I would stay would be even more nasty than this one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like being able to move or just watch what that action happens just arises out of not necessarily, you don't need to be against something. It's just noticing what works and what doesn't, what works, what
Yeah.
doesn't, where you
Yeah.
need it, you know? Yeah. Yes, no, yes, no. So another turnaround. They're,
Um,
they have excluded me.
I have excluded them. Yeah, I did the first move. I took the decision.
Yeah.
I had a communication. I did not offer explanation, not to the group or other people.
Hmm.
Um, this is a cute one. I'm speaking in a language they don't understand, which is silence, my silence of not saying what's going on inside.
That is
Yeah.
really amazing. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
see anything else, or I have excluded them?
Sometimes I've like noticing this is like I might, as I go back for all the little moments, like even at the very beginning, who was doing the excluding first, you know, like I just noticed, sometimes I can notice, oh, I excluded them there, and then I thought this, and then I excluded, you know, and it just kind of,
Wow.
yeah, interesting to
I
watch.
really saw that I excluded them from the start.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah, and in my mind, with a lot of ways of
Yeah.
dismissing behavior and them and attacking them.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I excluded myself. I have
Excluded
excluded.
my, I have excluded myself. That is the truest one.
Mhm.
I took myself out of. I just realized when I'm saying this, it's very powerful to actually say the words. I took myself out of a situation that was not good for me. Like, I really need to hear that. I keep going back.
Yeah.
I need to honor that.
Yeah. So, yeah. Just lovely to notice this thing called exclusion, that the mind will like locking in on it, and the feelings surrounding it are that it's bad. And you know, I love this particular inquiry you're doing, is watching how it can be a benefit. It's an invitation to something else, or and even just watching, you know, that we just don't know in any moment. So something very precious about that. So reality is friendlier. So what was the next one? There was another thought that repeated itself a few times. Like,
They rejected me.
yes, rejected me. All right. Just see if that's true. If there's any difference when you use the word rejection, they rejected you. Is that true?
Hmm. It's the first time I'm doing a work and I see that the belief is not true at all. It's the first time I get like, oh, what, really? No.
Oh,
That's so it's
that fun.
funny.
Like, huh? Who thought of that? Yeah. So, what happens when you
Um,
think it? They rejected me.
when I believe this thought, I become completely blind to the whole thing. Like the thought just paints reality.
Yeah.
Because when I ask the question, I could see how they were still there. They were asking, what plans do I have? They were still interacting to go out. And they were still interested in having me around. And I had the thoughts, they rejected me. And when I had the thought, I have colored all of that behavior into as if they have already rejected me, they don't care, like I couldn't see it at all. It disappears, all of
Yeah.
those things disappear.
Yeah. Do a lot of
I feel
rejection.
small, I feel not good enough comes, oh, okay, I didn't see it. Good enough to be part of the group. Yeah.
Mm.
There's something wrong with you.
Yeah, it's like that movement towards the self criticism. You know, I use this as proof that I'm rejectable.
Right, right.
Amazing. You just see everything with rejection. Like, I love how you said, I'm blind to what's not rejection here. I just kind of like, you know, it's like if I was making a stew called rejection stew, everything that goes in it, all the glasses, everything that's there has got a hint of rejection or a lot of rejection. It must mean I'm not good enough. I reject myself.
Yeah, and then it's the same movement with what will never be, what was.
Yeah. I'll have to lose the things that I like about being a part of or belonging. I'm just not going to get them. You know, it's just not available to me, or you know, just sort of you have to go without.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They will have so much fun and
Yeah.
move on.
Yes. Yeah. I don't have fun available to me if I'm rejected.
Yeah, that's a great thing. Yeah, that's a good one. I don't have fun available.
Yeah. So without the thought, who would you be if you weren't able to think? This is about rejection. You know, they rejected me. If you couldn't even have the thought as you think of them, as you think of that situation.
Mm. It's so easy. It's scary how easy it is. It's like I cannot believe how easy it is.
Yeah.
Without the thought. Hmm. Man, we are really entangled by beliefs. It's just beliefs.
Yeah.
It's never the situation. Without the thought, I see that I actually don't want to be there. It's crazy. It's like, can
Oh,
it be that simple? Yeah.
yeah.
But this rejection makes my whole system grasp. It's like I'm fighting to prove this is not true. So I have to chase and I have to convince them. And if they will act differently, then I prove that I am valid, that I'm okay, that I belong.
Yeah. I love noticing, you know, when we have gotten it, like people saying, you know, you're fantastic. You fit right in. You know, I really think you belong here. We don't always, we're like, well, not, yeah. I mean, it's like not, oh, you get what you thought you wanted, and it's not really.
Oh, true.
Yeah, it's like, oh, wait a minute.
Wait.
Yeah. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
So it's great. I mean, it's just noticing it's never satisfied. You know, the mind will be never, it's not in that framework. Well, the rejection story, you know, I'm rejecting myself, I'm rejecting other people, I reject them. And I miss that they are not rejecting me. They didn't reject me there.
It's like so clear. Without the thought, I see, oh, okay, actually, it's very clear to me who I am and I don't want that. And then this thing arises of, yeah, but you're gonna miss all of that. Yeah, like I know what you are doing, but realize that you're missing that. And then it starts clinging again.
Totally. You kind of reject your own future. You know, you
Right.
reject any fun and any, this is required. This thing called whatever the opposite of rejection is, acceptance or belonging, that has to happen from these others, with the help of these others. Then I will have a good future. So I'm just like eliminating my own belonging.
That's very true. Mm. Mm.
So a lovely living turnaround. What'd you say for number 6? I don't ever want on your worksheet.
What did I say?
Yeah, what did you write? I don't ever
want to feel rejected. I don't ever want to. I don't ever want to feel excluded from a group.
So
I like the black sheep.
Yes. Yeah. So it's sort of like, living turnaround, but just sitting with this. So I'm willing to feel rejected and be excluded from a group. Why would I be willing to have that happen?
Okay, the first thing came is that if it happens, it's good for me. Like I really trust how life works. It has proven that to me so many times.
Isn't that awesome? Yeah. Even just knowing that without specific examples is pretty, why wouldn't that be just as true? I'm not supposed to, it's like, go over here, not over there.
Right. How would you know? How would you know which way is the right? You're being shown like that.
Yeah. And sometimes you find amazing examples like of why it's a good thing, really good thing in this particular situation to be rejected and excluded. And they can seem so petty, but why not? I don't have to listen to somebody speak another language that I don't know.
Wow, oh, that's so good. Because I would see the mind portrays these moments in the future, the good ones, but you just forget about all the times they are doing that. Like if you want the future with the fun, you're gonna have the exclusion and the abuse as well.
Yeah.
I don't mention everything that happened. Yeah. Yeah, it's like okay, it's like you're being shown this is not for you. This is not. This is what's happening.
And sometimes it's like today it's not for me, and tomorrow it might be again. Okay, that's okay too.
That's true.
Yeah. Willing to be rejected and excluded, and there may be more examples. I'm willing, and I even look forward to it. I look forward to being rejected, excluded. How could that be so?
Okay. What came was that it seems like I have such a hard time living things that are not good for me, that these people are doing me a favor. Like they have to push me out some way. Wow.
Yeah.
Look forward to being rejected from things that are not good. What do you see for I look forward?
I love it. Like it might be showing me how to this fun thing, this thing that I think is so wonderful that I would get in the group of what I was drawn to in the first place. I might be able to have even more of that, or that might be much easier to experience. I mean, I don't even need it in this moment, but I love it just shows me, the moment there I am rejected and excluded, apparently, right? People aren't there, or which in your situation, there they are, they're still there. Good to notice. But I'm excluded, rejected. I just love it. it may show me, it's just showing me what not to settle for in a way. And I don't mean that in a fighting way, but just, uh, just the movement, where to move to, and what could be possible. And just, so what's the complete opposite of rejection? Acceptance?
I would say it's belonging.
Belonging. I love the word belonging. I belong. I'm a student of belonging. I love studying belonging. It's showing me how to live in belonging no matter what happens, whether people are, whatever they're saying or whatever they're doing. I'm really interested in that, belonging. And it may be that something's increased as time goes by with how that appears in my surroundings. Yeah, I belong, even if no one's in the room. Say, I belong. I'm not rejected. You can feel the feeling of belonging. That's a beautiful living turnaround. Like, what does it feel like in the body to belong? It's precious. Just by being alive, I belong.
Yeah, it's a very different experience to feel that you belong, especially to belong here in the body and as existence, and to experience you even belong in a group without being there, without participating,
Yeah.
and without the need of even doing that. It's very different than feeling that rejection and the fight over it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Feel so supportive somehow to bring, at least I can feel that in my experience, to bring just belonging. I belong to a group meeting, or a group situation, or a group step into a environment where there's other humans, and
Right.
just the feeling of belonging, being there, like, just feels so solid somehow. We don't know what's going to happen. People can think whatever they're thinking, but it's like something sort of exciting about it, or very steady, peaceful.
It saddens me that I have these people who are new colleagues, and I have these people who are new flatmates, and they are so nice to me, and they keep asking me to join them and drinks, and I'm focused on that group that treats me like that, and I reject these people somehow, even if not by participating in the moment. It's very connected to what you said, that you belong where you are, and I do belong in this flat, and I'm not giving a full opportunity to experience that. You belong with the people here, and you belong with the people there who want your presence, and you don't have to fight for it.
What an interesting thing to be aware of. Yeah, love that. You more looking at that in some ways. There might be more just to see,
Yeah,
even to let yourself notice um, what I might, if there's anything I'm afraid of, or what in this great study of belonging and not belonging. Yeah, what else is happening? When have I belonged? And when I'm invited, what's going on there? It's just a wonderful study, which is great. So it's like I'm willing to be rejected and excluded. It helps me see that, boy, there's a whole world of understanding in some ways about what's going on within as I enter the presence of other humans and my own thoughts about them or about myself.
right.
Yeah.
Like I saw very quickly, like a flash, when you're talking now, that um, I can have a totally different experience with the same situation. It's just how I perceive myself now, either as the one who made the choice to step out of something bad, or the one who was rejected. And I made the choice to step out and still felt rejected, because that was overriding again with this hunger for being accepted where I'm not. And
Yeah.
like I disregarded my own decision and the truth of the decisions.
Beautiful. Yeah. I can relate. That's so interesting. Yeah. It's like we reject our own.
It's
uh,
just like a
yeah.
shift in the mind, in perception. I'm actually here, and this is what I choose for myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Completely different than they're having fun and I'm excluded.
Right.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
And you have to add to the list. Like you already have a feeling about not going there, but then you have to make a list about why it's a good idea not to go over there.
right.
You know, but you just have a feeling. Just it's just you just know not to, or I don't know. You're just not drawn at the moment, and doesn't have the meaning. Doesn't mean I'm a person rejecting other people. It's just or in a way that's I don't know. I just know what a sweet. I don't know. There's just something. It's such a sweetness. Very very lovely to sit with you and be reminded of belonging no matter what's happening. And then just watching when the mind believes it's not so, whatever it does. So yeah.
Mm. Correct.
Yeah. Thank you for your work today.
So much,
Wonderful.
Grace, for
Yeah.
the space.
So great. So great.
I wasn't expecting to dive in so easily, to be honest. Yeah.
Ah, I'm so glad you did. Thank
Yeah.
you. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah.
I appreciate this so much.
Oh, I
Your
appreciate
time and
you.
your presence.
You're very welcome. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
You too. Okay.
Lovely.
Bye.
Bye bye.